and thanks for joining us today. Hope everybody had a safe weekend. As I've said before, I know this has been a difficult time for the people of our state. Workers, families, and businesses are struggling. We're missing time with our friends and our loved ones. But I have faith that we are making the right decisions now to ensure that better days are ahead in the near future. We are always looking for more ways to safely make progress in getting back to our Wisconsin way of life. The sacrifices that people are making by staying safer at home are paying off, and we continue to work through our Badger Bounce Back plan. Today, because of this good work, I'm happy to announce another turn of the dial on Safer at Home to add even more opportunities for Wisconsin businesses to get back to work in a safe and responsible way. Earlier today, Secretary-designee Andrea Palm signed an emergency order that allows all standalone or strip mall-based retail stores to offer in-person shopping for up to 5 customers at a time while maintaining required social distancing practices. Additionally, the emergency order signed today allows drive-in theaters to operate with some restrictions. This order is effective immediately. In addition to added flexibilities and steps we have already taken for businesses, this is another disciplined turn of the dial that will allow Wisconsin business owners to safely get back to work and Wisconsin consumers to support their favorite local spots. All businesses must continue to follow all safety precautions and guidelines as outlined in the Safer at Home order, and all businesses that are preparing to start bringing their customers back should consult the guidance that the Wisconsin Economic Development Corporation released just this last week. This guidance will help Wisconsin businesses prepare to re-engage safely so that employees and customers can feel confident when they return. Our businesses and workers have done a great job in adapting to our state's Safer at Home order, and that has been a huge part of our success in flattening the curve. Both customers and workers need to be confident in their safety, so we need everyone to be diligent in following best safety practices so that we can continue to move our state forward while keeping our neighbors, our families, and our communities safe and healthy. Today's order builds upon the Safer at Home order and the last turn of the dial through Emergency Order 34, which together allowed golf courses to operate, lawn and construction services provided by a single employee, curbside pickup for public libraries, and allowed every business to do deliveries, mailings, and curbside pickup and drop off. In addition to the good news that our main streets can really get going again, I am also happy to report that starting today, the Wisconsin Department of Health Services and the Wisconsin National Guard are supporting 2 new community-based testing sites in Milwaukee and in Madison. These sites are in addition to the community testing sites that have been operating in the northwest, northeast, and central parts of our state. We've continued to see folks coming to these sites to get tested, and that's great news. Increased testing and contact tracing are core elements of our Badger Bounce Back plan and are critical to slowing the spread of this virus and boxing in COVID-19. This is part of a series of efforts by the Department of Health Services and the Wisconsin National Guard to work with local health departments to create community testing sites in places with a known lack of access to testing or known community spread. These test sites are open to all residents and will provide free drive-through or walk-up testing. I urge anyone who needs a test to go get tested at one of these sites and help protect your community and family from this virus. No appointments or pre-registration is necessary to get a test. For more information or to find a community testing site near you, visit dhs.wisconsin.gov/COVID-19/testing. In order to keep turning the dial on Safer at Home and supercharge the Badger Bounce Back, we must have access to more testing, expand contact tracing, aggressively track the spread, and continue practicing safe physical distancing. We also suggest that folks wear protective masks in public spaces. If we stay diligent in these efforts, we will continue to progress through the Badger Bounce Back Plan, and we will safely get back to our Wisconsin way of life. And now Secretary Designee Andrea Palm will give her daily update.
Good afternoon, everyone, and thanks for joining us again today. We are almost a month into the Badger Bounce Back Plan, and we continue to make progress, as the governor has talked about. Our testing is up. We are currently interviewing hundreds of highly qualified applicants for contact tracing positions. The Battelle decontamination system is up and running, so please spread the word that healthcare workers should save their N95 respirators for decontamination and safe reuse. And 3 of our 6 gating metrics are green today. While we do the work of Badger Bounce Back, we know you are doing the work of practicing physical distancing, of limiting your essential trips, and of staying safer at home. The good news is that it's working. Thank you, Wisconsin, for your commitment to the health and safety of your friends, your family, and all of our neighbors. But as you know from our numbers, COVID-19 is still circulating in our communities, and additional Wisconsinites are getting infected every day. So we need you to remain vigilant and continue the work of safer at home and social distancing and the common sense, good hygiene practices that we've talked about together since the start of this pandemic. Another part you can play in moving Wisconsin forward is getting a test if you need one. If you're experiencing any symptoms of COVID-19, or if you've been exposed to COVID-19, you can get tested. Please call your healthcare provider to access a test. And we continue to partner with the National Guard and local health departments to offer community-wide testing where it is needed most. In fact, as the governor mentioned, new sites in Madison and Milwaukee start today. And to find out if there is a site in your area, go to our testing website, dhs.wisconsin.gov/testing. If you test positive for COVID-19, you will receive a call from a contact tracer. Please remember that contact tracing is integral to protecting the health of our state. And by answering the phone, you are helping keep your family, your friends, and your neighbors safe. So I want to give you an update on our numbers. Here's where things stand. Over the past number of weeks, we have redeployed about 400 employees from nearly every state agency, in addition to the UW system, to be trained as contact tracers. We've also received well over 3,000, about 3,350 applications for our contact tracing positions, and we have begun interviewing candidates. We've got 51 active labs running COVID-19 tests in Wisconsin, and our daily lab capacity is 13,795 tests. We have 108,033 negative tests, which is an increase of 2,870 over yesterday, and there are now 10,418 confirmed cases of COVID-19 here in Wisconsin, which is an increase of 199 Wisconsinites over yesterday. Our total deaths have reached 409. We are making progress, and like the governor said, that progress makes it possible to turn the dial a little more today. This is also why we need to double down on staying safer at home and practicing physical distancing, because we still need to make progress on those metrics that remain red for us. So thank you for all the work you are already doing and will continue to do to keep Wisconsin safe. And now I'd like to turn it over to Missy Hughes, who is the Secretary Designee of the Wisconsin Economic Development Corporation. Missy?
Hi, good afternoon, everyone. Today's turning of the dial by Governor Evers and Secretary Palm is really important for many, many businesses throughout Wisconsin. We have approximately 14,400 small retailers in the state with 20 or less employees. And so giving the opportunity for these businesses to re-enter into the marketplace brings back about 90,000 jobs as those come back online. So it's a really critical move in this concept of regaining momentum in our economy. And I want to touch on something that the governor pointed out late last week, WEDC, in conjunction with DATCP and the Department of Tourism and a lot of work from DHS, we're able to launch a set of guidelines for businesses to consider as they begin their process of reopening. So while not every business at this time is able to be open, under the Badger Bounce Back Plan, WEDC was tasked with the idea of helping getting our businesses ready. And so by standing up this set of guidelines, there's a general set and then there's specific industry sets, we're able to help businesses start to ask themselves, what are the right things we need to do in order to be able to have our business ready to receive our employees and our customers? So we have a broad range of different industries represented, but the one I want to touch on today is retail because of the Governor and Secretary Palm's order. We have a specific set of retail guidelines, and they remind the retailers to be considering what's happening in the workspace, what's happening in their stores, and how to be able to act and respond to those things. So while we have the general guidelines always continuing of social distancing, hand washing, face masks, for retail in particular, we've pointed out some additional guidelines that the retailers should be considering. Things like face masks for the employees. Great signage really helps employees and customers know that we're living in a time where we need to be cautious of each other and thoughtful of each other. Just the other day, I was able to go into our local hardware store, and the signs at the shopping carts and as you entered reminded that taking these practices isn't only for your safety, it's for the safety of employees. And, folks who are coming to work right now, they might have someone at home who's compromised, someone at home who they're worried about. They're willing to come to work. We should show them the respect of being cautious around them also and taking into these practices that should become a part of our normal life. The other thing for retailers to consider are those high touch areas where there might be door handles or at the checkout stand, and making sure that there's a process in place and thoughtfulness in place around cleaning all of those things. I'm not going to go through all of the guidelines today because you have the opportunity to go to wedc.org and to review those guidelines and have a chance to look at them. Those guidelines came from protocols that businesses all around the country and around the world have been learning and putting into place. So it's really important to realize that these guidelines are business friendly. They are meant to be something that is practical and useful for the businesses to take up. And, indeed, I've seen and had many conversations with businesses that want to be very cautious about this. They want to be leaders to make sure that no one gets sick on their watch. And so we should respect the steps that businesses are taking and work with them to be able to really foster that community spirit that we need to have in order to get through this together. I want to touch on one more item, which is right now these guidelines are not mandatory. This is guidance that has been given. WEDC has worked with DHS to make sure that the guidelines are in conjunction with what DHS is recommending. And so I think it's really important to understand that it's upon all of us to take up these guidelines and to be working through them and to be ready when the businesses are able to open, or if you have the opportunity, like the governor has assigned today to retailers, to small retailers, you'll be able to open right away and should consider these guidelines as something to take up and use for the best of all of us.